Welcome. There's something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, but I didn't quite know how to open the conversation. It's the idea of beauty, not the kind we see on magazine covers, not the kind that gets filtered and perfected, but the kind that actually stops us, the kind that moves something inside us. I realized that the moments that struck me as the most beautiful were never about looks. They were moments like two friends in a car singing their hearts out in unison. Or a man who forgave the person who put him in a wheelchair because he came to understand a bigger purpose behind his pain. A woman believing in her partner when he didn't yet believe in himself. A stranger choosing kindness over frustration in a moment where no one would have blamed them for reacting. None of those things would ever appear in a beauty campaign, but every one of those moments felt radiant to me, like something real was shining through. And that made me realize something uncomfortable. We've built an entire culture around a distorted definition of beauty. We talk about symmetry, skin texture, clothing, weight, age. We measure beauty like it's a scorecard. But the moments that actually hit us emotionally, the ones we remember, come from something completely different. They come from character, from integrity, from courage, from connection, from the choices people make when no one's watching. And so I kept asking myself, why aren't those the moments we define beauty by? Why isn't beauty the way a person makes you feel? Why isn't beauty measured by the impact someone has on your heart? And then I noticed something else. There were also the moments that reminded me of a very old teaching that shaped my life, a way of seeing the world that's been quietly guiding me for years, one that I associate with the symbol of the rose. The rose, in all of its symbolic beauty, represents courage, tenderness, honesty, and resilience, all held in the same place. The rose doesn't perform. It doesn't compete. It doesn't ask for permission to be what it is. It simply reveals itself layer by layer, the same way people do when they stop hiding. That reminder that beauty comes from truth, not perfection, has been with me for a long time. And it's one of the teachings I've always associated with the lineage of women who lived and loved with fierce clarity. The kind of clarity that says, your beauty is in your humanity, not your polish. That's when this series was born. Not because I wanted to challenge society for the sake of it, but because I wanted to name something that I think we're all quietly craving. A return to what is human and what is real. We all know the truth. Physical beauty is fleeting. It changes. It fades. But true beauty, the kind that comes from strength, empathy, generosity, forgiveness, and emotional courage, that grows with us. And when you encounter someone who lives from that place, you feel it. It's unmistakable. You don't have to analyze it or justify it. Your heart just says that. That is beauty. This series is my attempt to put language around that, to highlight the kind of beauty that actually transforms us, to shine a light on the moments that remind us what we value, not what we're told to value. My hope is that something in these stories, or examples, or reflections will help all of us look at beauty differently, not as a performance, but as a frequency we create through the way we live, the way we care, the choices we make, and the way we show up for the people around us. If you feel called to walk with me through this series, I welcome you. Not because I have all the answers, but because I believe this conversation matters. And because redefining beauty might be one of the most important things we do for ourselves and for each other.